Alright, I'm starting on these hood panels for this 1935 Dodge. And the panels themselves are pretty solid. There's a few little areas where it's bent and out of shape. And I've already worked on the top pieces a little bit where they were bent up. But the bigger issue is this is the driver's side panel. Now, here you can see where it says Dodge, and we're going to have to do something to try to duplicate that or make that come back and look good. But the biggest issue is these louvers. You can see they're pretty consistent all the way across till it gets here to the back, and then they get small. Well, over the years of fatigue and stress, this louver has cracked and is gone. We don't have it. But this other panel on the passenger side, it did have all its louvers. However, this louver, the same one, it was also cracked in the same area, but this one still exists. So what I'm going to do is, and this isn't for the average person, is I took that louver and I cut it loose. Now what that'll give me is a template. I can turn around and make a block and shape this louver by hand, because there's no way I'm going to be able to duplicate this. This was all done on a machine 80 years ago. So I'm going to have to make this piece. But to make it simpler, like I said, I cut this out. I'm going to make a block that I can shape it and work it in. So that's the project on these hood panels. Okay, so I'm trying to make this piece. Obviously it was custom made, you know, by the factory in 1935. So they had their own press, and you just can't find this today. So much like the Russians, who used to take everything that they captured in war and reverse engineer it, I made this thing. And what it is it matches the shape of this, and I can clamp it in, and it'll be a nice guide when I take this piece of metal, and I'll clamp that in place and slowly work it into that channel. So hopefully that shape will match exactly what we have with the original piece. So I think I'm making progress. I've clamped that other piece of sheet metal in there, like I was saying, and I've been working this corner down in to that shape of the other one that was clamped on there, and I think it's coming along pretty good. Starting to get the curve through here, and I'll just keep working it till I feel comfortable with removing it, and then do some hand shaping to duplicate that. A little bit of a challenge, but I like challenges. Well, I've been whittling. After beating it into place, I think it's pretty close. Here's the here it is in front of the original one. And it's pretty close. I still got to cut back this edge here some. I've been kind of test fitting it on the panel itself and see if I can hold this up in place, make it look right. It's close. It's going to take a little bit of trimming, but I think once it's done and everything's blended into place, it'll be hard to tell that this was cut out or, you know, had been rebuilt. So, almost done. Well, there it is. Started tacking it into place, and I'd say in passing, you'd probably never notice that had been replaced. The only person that's going to do it is if somebody who gets out with a micrometer or something, or a caliper, and goes crazy measuring this thing. But I think when it's all said and done, it's got paint on it, smoothed up, you'll never know the difference. Just one final shot. I'm quite pleased with it.